those affected cans.
Well, how many times have you heard the phrase, take a big breath? It's a widely held habit that can actually be doing more harm than good. And you may actually be over-breathing, and it could be adversely affecting your health.
And here to explain is breathing expert and author Patrick McKeown. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
From Ireland.
Thanks.
Just today.
Yes, thank you very much.
We appreciate that. Well, tell us how incorrect breathing can affect our health.
Sure. It's mouth breathing, for example, is endemic, both in children and in adults. Both during the day, also during sleep, and it pretty much wreaks havoc. The nose is responsible for about 30 functions in the human body. If you breathe through your mouth and if you breathe hard, there's less oxygen delivery to the cells. So you can influence your body oxygenation by breathing normally. And normal breathing is through the nose, light and quiet. And also how you breathe during the day impacts how you breathe during your sleep.
Wow. Let's talk about what causes over-breathing.
It's factors of modern living. People, they're not doing as much physical exercise as they should be. Stress, makes your breathing faster, more upper chest. You start taking more air in, and then the body develops a habit of breathing too much.
Well, how does one know if we're not breathing correctly? What kind of tests can we do?
Yeah, there's a breath hold test we use, which is part of what we do, and somebody who holds their breath after an exhalation. So if they breathe in through their nose, out through the nose, and they hold their nose, they should be able to hold their breath for about 30 seconds before the first urge is to breathe. Now, if somebody is less than 20, it definitely indicates over-breathing.
I just did it. I'm less than 20, just as we were talking.
I love it that you're talking. Me and Ellen are really trying to do our breathing. Can we talk about snoring and sleep apnea and what causes those?
If you think what is snoring, it's the exchange of a large volume through a narrow space. People who snore breathe hard. So what we want to do is we want to open up the nose, but we also want to bring down breathing volume. So there's breathing re-education, simple exercises that you practice during the day, and that helps reset the breathing center in the brain, and then your breathing is lighter during sleep.
Really?
And then opening up the nose, there are nasal dilators, for example, mute snoring, that are there. If you look at my nostrils, they're symmetrical, and they're different sizes, so I need to open up the airways. So there's little products you can use that you open up, you insert them into the nose, they open up the nose, and they make breathing easier. So it's a combination of both that helps reduce snoring.
It's not like temporary, right? You can't put them up and you go to sleep and take them out or anything.
Yeah, no, they're used during your sleep and then you take them out during the day. So it's not, and it's really, I have to emphasize, is the importance of nose breathing during sleep. If you have your mouth open, you're twice as likely to have sleep problems, including snoring and sleep apnea.
Let's talk about this Buteyko, because I don't want to run out of time. This is a book you wrote, Sleep with Buteyko.
Yes.
And that's a technique that people can learn.
Yeah, it was a Russian doctor who discovered it, and he looked at the concept of breathing, and he says, many people overbreathe, let's bring their breathing volume down towards normal. And this is getting huge amount of attention now. Stanford Medical School, their sleep school, is now doing research on breathing re-education with the Academy of Myofunctional Sciences here in Los Angeles. And there's orthodontists here in Los Angeles. There's a great amount of information coming out. Dr. William Hang, I've just came back from in the Agora Hills, always talking about airway, always talking about mouth closed, and they understand the importance of nose breathing. So Los Angeles, the reason I'm here is because there's a huge interest in the field of nose breathing and breathing through the nose, and we have to get the information out there. I think it's very important.
Well, I love this book, Sleep with Buteyko, and it's you can change it in 7 days if you study it correctly.
If you have your mouth open, you're likely to have a poor night's sleep. We have to get the mouth closed, and as Dr. Christian Guilleminault, who's also based here, the founding father of sleep medicine, he said we must teach our children to breathe through their noses, and we must teach our adults as well.
That's incredible. Wow.
I'm so conscious of that right now.
Ellen and I every now and snore, allegedly.
Allegedly.
So we'll try to see if we can
thank you so much for joining us, Patrick. It's really nice to have you here. Check out his book, Sleep with Buteyko, and I'm sure you can find it on Amazon. There's also a DVD in here you can listen to. And all right.
That's fantastic.
It is so
very
interesting.
Well, welcome, and thank you so much.